The other way that a population can become isolated, become a new species, is through behavior. So much like we talked about earlier when we talked about species, things like um, a species developing a new song that isolates one species or one sub population from the rest of the population, or something like that. Okay, our next ecological term is habitat. Okay, so this is the location where a species, so SP full stop is the abbreviation for species, or community of species live. So for example, moles, little burrowing mammals, spade-like feet, little tiny eyes, whiskers. It's a good looking mole. They live, not sure how I spell live there, live in soil. Okay, so under the ground, in tunnels. Okay, so the soil is the habitat. The next one is ecological niche. And this is quite an important one within um, uh, ecology because it sort of defines the role a species plays in a habitat. So it's sort of the location and interspecies relationships. So where it lives and how it interacts with other things within that habitat. So a bee will live somewhere, but it will also interact with different types of flowers at different times of the year. And the important thing with this is that two species cannot occupy the same niche. Because if two species try to occupy the same niche within a habitat, they will be in competition. So they'll both be trying to fight after the same resources. And the better adapted one will survive and the other will die off because it is out-competed. So think grey squirrel versus red squirrel. The grey squirrel's introduced species occupies the same niche, is better adapted to that niche, so it can outcompete the red squirrel, resulting in the red squirrels dying off. Population is a key term that we'll come back to further on in this module. So this is all the individuals of a species in an area. So all the red fish that live in a pond. So the population of this pond would be 3. A community of species is all the species in an area. So this would literally include everything that's alive in that area. It would be the plants and all the different species of plants, oaks, beeches, things like that. The fungi that you find, the mycorrhizal, soporific, all those sort of things. Saporific, sorry. Bacteria. So there's literally thousands of species of bacteria. Archaea, animals, all of these different species living together, and it's the sum total of all of them. And our last term then is ecosystem. So this is the abiotic factors of an area and the biotic factors together. So this means it's the physical environment and the community together. So things like light, water, nutrients, pH, those sort of things. Community, all the plants, animals, insects, fungi, all those sort of things. Okay, and that's our last one. So well done for sticking with it, and I'll see you at our next lesson.